Long live motor, long live side.
You jumped off the porch. We heard you say like 13 or something in the music.
Since I like 11 something. I got my little brother with me. That's my little brother. That's my little brother. My little brother. That's Licho. Lichowski.
What was you into out here though, man? There was a lot of bad kids in Chicago, but a lot of people was off the porch.
We wasn't doing nothing but stealing bikes.
You told him to be easy, bro. And I gave you the benefit of the doubt and let the nigga come around me and everything. Hair get touched on the man, bro. A piece of hair get touched on him, bro. Finna come back.
I'm finna come back down.
Now I'm finna come back like 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes.
No, I don't even want to come down. You know, I was just sitting there now stuff.
I already know. I got you. Tell him that. Show him, man. That's how I see his third look, man. Why you walking down here, man?
302 Sam, squad, it looks like they might be trying to put the victim into a silver Nissan.
A felon 323 speed, a lockout 2373 70th, and a criminal damage to 3rd Street, 63 in Drexel. Stand by for simulcast. All right, units in 3, we're getting a call of shots fired. Person shot 8, 3060, 63rd Street, 63 in Drexel. Stand by for simulcast. Units in 3 in the city where we're getting a call of shots fired. Person shot 850 East 63rd Street, 850 East 63. Complainant states he heard multiple shots from the location, didn't see anything. Now we're getting a call of a person shot 63rd in Drexel. Callers reporting a male has been shot next to the gas station. Nothing further.
Squad, it looks like they might be trying to put the victim into a silver Nissan, plate of Frank Mary 56580.
All right, looks like they're trying to put the victim in the silver Nissan, plate of Frank Mary 56580.
Do we have the defendant vehicle description?
No, we don't have that right now. 302 Sam, you see anything? Was the person on foot in a car?
Squad, we're just watching live right now. There's University of Chicago's on scene right now. There's another silver Lexus on scene also.
All right, UFC is on scene. And again, that silver vehicle is Frank Mary 56580.
263 boys, 108, still transporting?
He said he's seen
Squad, the car is
him in the
still on
vehicle.
scene.
All right, the car is still on scene. Another ticket says it's a 4-door white vehicle with tinted windows, newer model, that was going towards Maryland. Fire shots from the gas station. 302 Sam, you copy that? 4-door white vehicle with tinted windows, going towards Maryland now.
White Mercedes vehicle.
Yeah, one ticket said white Mercedes, and then another ticket said white newer model 4-door vehicle. So possibly the Mercedes. Did the ambulance get on scene yet? 314. 314?
211.
Okay, thanks for the help over there. 222, I got the alarm on your box.
June 16th, he's 29 years old.
Okay, what was the last name?
CPR.
All right, CPR is being performed at 11:39 hours. And we got the name of Michael. We didn't copy that last name. Can you spell it phonetically?
Robert, Ida, Charlie, King, Sam.
Oh, Ricks. Okay. 300, David.
Whoever's driving 8590, they need to move it so they can go ahead and get an ambulance in. 8590, move your car.
All right, 8590, move your car so the ambulance could get through. 8590, move your car.
2-1.
All right, so ambulance 70 took them to UFC.
Okay, was any... I'll head that way, squad.
Okay, I'll show you going to UFC.
363. Did you get the plate for the car involved already?
Yeah, he gave me a, Frank Mary 855 something. Yeah, but we got a plate.
Okay, copy.
Right, that's what you were going to give me, that silver car? Frank Mary 56580?
Yeah, it's in there.
The fender was in a white van.
All right, the fender was in a white Mercedes-Benz, guys, white Mercedes-Benz.
Last known direction, squad.
They said he went down Maryland. That's all I had, went towards Maryland.
302 Sam.
302 Sam.
Squad, the vehicle, when it fled down Maryland South, went west on 6-4, and then south on Langley. We're trying to track the vehicle and see where it went, but our last direction we have it is southbound 64th and Langley.
All right, last direction, southbound 64 in Langley.
300.
Mobile 02 Sam, see if it's worth a PH1 right now or no?
We can see if we got any helicopter support. Stand by a second. But yeah, 302 Sam is still trying to investigate, guys. Last location he had 64 in Langley, southbound, white Mercedes-Benz. Oh wait, 302 Sam, one other thing. Were you able to see the plate?
Not at this time, squad. We're still working on it.
Okay, no plate as of yet. They're looking for 300. David, go ahead.
Yes, squad. The shooters exit the vehicle. The white Mercedes pulled up. M1 exited. He's a heavy set, probably about 5'11". Heavy set, 250, 280. M1 wearing a blue tracksuit, matching top, matching bottom sweaters, a white T-shirt. He exited the vehicle, the driver's side of the vehicle, spoke to our victim, got into an argument, at which point another M1 wearing a white T-shirt, older, blue jeans, exited the rear of the white Mercedes, got into an argument with the victim again, and then he started shooting at him. It looks like there's 3 possible subjects in this white Mercedes. The shooter was wearing a white T-shirt. The driver is a heavy set M1 wearing a zip-up hoodie with...
Alright, so did the shooter, because they mentioned somebody had dreads. Who had dreads? Was it the blue tracksuit guy or the M1 with the white T-shirt that started the shooting that was in the rear passenger side? Who had the dreads?
The M1 in the rear passenger, the shooter.
Alright, guys, so we had an M1 blue tracksuit, white shirt under the tracksuit. He was speaking to the victim. They got into an argument, and then another M1 white T-shirt and jeans had dreads exited the rear and started shooting. So be advised, possibly 3 people inside of this white Mercedes-Benz. Last known location, southbound 64 Langley.
Yo, what it is, people, we is back. Another day on Keep It G News. And there we gotta talk about Jaro City, Lil Mikey. I did a live on this video, on this situation a little earlier today, but I had to do an upload because the message has to be given and taken from this whole situation because it's a lot to learn. And what you just watched was the scene. You know, sounds very chaotic. A lot was going on. And you heard the ambulance and the police, you know, corresponding about the whole incident. Looked like to me it's all on camera. Anything that happens at a gas station is going to be on camera, probably several angles. And those guys didn't have on masks. So I think this may be a situation where people is going to go to jail for it. And to me, ain't nothing worth, not gonna say nothing. There's very few things that's worth going to prison for life over. You know, a minor dispute, a situation where it's just tense at the moment, or you feel some type of way at the moment. A lot of times, you let yourself cool down, that shit pass. You feel me? But what happens often is where people don't know how to handle emotions, and they let a small situation spiral out of control. Now, I don't know what this was actually about. Matter of fact, I don't even care what it's about. Because the message in this video is not actually why he was murdered. It's avoiding people from being murdered or being killed when they can just remove themselves from a situation. Now, Jaro City Lil Mikey, y'all, just did 12 years. He been home maybe 2. And one of the first times I seen Jaro City Lil Mikey was doing a hood vlog.
What? What's going on? Don't run from me, man. Don't run from me, man. What y'all got? Don't run from me, man. Please. I just want to talk to y'all, bro. I just want to talk to these guys. Just kick it with me.
Who is that?
They ran on me, gang. They ran on me. Same nigga around with butter. Just ran on me. Come out that door, I'ma show you. He right there, bro.
Look at his ass, ducking this
It's a blast. Finna be a fucking blast. My dead homie.
No.
Fuck is you talking about, nigga? Play with me, man. Play with me.
Hey, we don't take this.
Now this hood vlog, y'all told me everything. When I seen this vlog, I said, yo, he ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it. And the reason why I said he wasn't gonna make it, and this is not a slander video. This is an eye-opening video for the rest of the niggas that's coming home from jail thinking that you just gonna fit right back in. Yo, that is not how that goes. Yo, one of the most important things I learned, or I was told while I was incarcerated and when I was ready to come home, was do not try to make up for lost time. Once you do, any time in the joint, I don't care if it's a year, 2 years, 3 years, 15 years, 20 years. The worst thing you can do is try to pick up where you left off. What you need to be focused on is moving forward. And when I seen Jaro City Lil Mikey in these hood vlogs, that's the first thing came to my mind. He's stuck in the past. And y'all, if you get stuck in the past, especially as a street guy, you ain't gonna have no future. Let me say it again. When you get stuck in the past, when you living in the past, you damn near, the future is obsolete. There won't be none. Lil Mikey came home after 12 years, and instead of moving forward, he tried to revitalize or bring back what he once had back in the day, and those days are gone. He came home hanging with the young boys, man. Now, he's not actually that old. He died at 29 years old. But the guys that he was hanging with was younger than him, 21, 22. Yo, there is no reason at 29 why you should be hanging with the guys that's 21 to 22 years old. At that point, you damn near had nothing in common. Because typically what happens, y'all, when you go to jail young or go to prison young and you come home, a lot of your friends are going to be gone, you know, dead or in prison their goddamn self. And the ones that's not just completely removed themselves from the situation. They doing a family thing now. They don't got time to still hang on the block. But what happens when you the person that can't let go of the past is you come home looking for a friend because all your friends are doing other things. And you end up hanging with the young boys. And that is a recipe for disaster on both parties. For the older guy doing it and for the younger kids that's hanging with the older dude, because the younger kids are more than likely going to be manipulated by the older dude. The older dude is coming into a situation where he think the streets is how he remember it, and it's totally different. You don't really know these boys. You don't really know them. And this is just a sad situation, y'all. But it reminds me of another situation, and that's what's so aggravating about Lil Mikey, because we got so many instances, just outside of the internet as well, but on the internet, especially from Chicago, where rappers are coming home after doing these bits, and they coming home just like they left.
See what I'm saying? This is my shit. I don't be playing with the ops on fest, man. This is my shit. Goofy ass ops be coming through this bitch shooting videos in the middle of the night. You niggas bitches. That's the reason all you niggas gonna die on fest, nigga. Fuck you talking about.
Now, 051 Kiddo is another one. When he first came home, you seen what direction he was going. He ain't gonna last. And when you think you're going to make up for lost time instead of move forward, it's only two things that's going to happen to you, man. If you was a street nigga outside in the mix doing this, that, and the third before you went in and you came home the same way, or you ain't even got to be actually living that way, just coming home with that same energy, it's only two options for you, man. You see if you're going to go back to prison or you're going to end up getting killed, man. And that's what happened with this situation, man. Now, Jaro City Lil Mikey was murdered in front of his girl and his child. Now, I don't know the age of the child. I pray that the child is young enough that they might not ever remember this situation. It's going to be totally blank in their mind. But this is still devastating for his baby mother that had to witness it. And one of the worst things you can do as an older guy coming home, and I ain't, like I said, he not even that old, but he older than the guys he was hanging with. One of the worst things you can do is come home thinking it can't happen to you. That somehow you are going to be exempt to all the ills that affected everybody else before you. You understand? Nobody's exempt from this lifestyle, man, when you living like that. It don't matter what your name is, how much weight it carry, what you did in the past, what you could have, what you're doing in the present, none of that matters, man. None of it matters. But I just wanted to, you know, speak on this situation further, make it an uploaded video, because a lot of people need to hear this. Like, this is not something specific to Chicago. I see this in neighborhoods from where I'm from. You know what I mean? Niggas come straight home, right back in the mix. No matter how much time they did, they got a pack first day, they on the block. You gotta give yourself a chance to, if you're gonna go that route, you gotta at least give yourself a chance to observe and see what changed. That way you'll be able to apply yourself. You'll know how to fit in, as opposed to just jumping out there head first and get caught in the blender. But let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments. I want to say rest in peace to this kid, man. Rest in peace. You know, hope his, you know, family finds some way to deal with this loss, because no matter how people felt about him, he did have people that cared about him. He did have loved ones. He had at least one child that we know of. And everybody going to be affected, yo. And this all could have been avoided if Lil Mikey just would have moved forward with his life instead of trying to live in the past. Because like I said, if you live in the past, you damn near diminish your future, if any. And I'm out.
You say what, man? What's all that tough shit you talking about?
Man, come on, Mikey. That's
on crack red, no, ain't none of that. I ain't gonna shoot you on crack. I ain't gonna shoot you. I can kill you right now. On crack, I can kill you right now. I ain't gonna shoot you though. I'm gonna put that down. We can shoot the one, we'll do whatever you wanna do.
Man, you know that's fucked
I'm fucked up too. I'm shot too. On crack, I'm shot too.
Nah, I still got plates and all that in my shit.
I know, like, well, if I slap you right now, you won't, though, right?
Nah. How you gonna, bro? You
say what? Speak up.
Can I talk?
Nah, you was just talking all that on Facebook. You was just,
man.
I put the gun down on crack.